10 days. 10 whole days without speaking to my only son. And for someone who had spoken to him at least twice a week, without fail, for 35 years, that was more than strange. It was impossible. It was terrifying. Marcus never let my phone ring without answering. Every Tuesday and Friday at 7 p.m., religiously like clockwork, he would call. "Hey, Mama, how are you doing?" His deep voice filling my empty house with warmth. But for 10 days now, the phone has only rung in silence. 10 days that my messages have remained with 2 blue ticks, read but ignored. 10 days that mother's voice, the one that never fails, has screamed in my chest that my only son is in danger. When I finally arrived at his house in Memphis, Tennessee, after a 2.5-hour drive with my heart racing, the front door was unlocked, ajar, swinging in the warm October wind that carried the scent of rain. The living room was a mess. Chairs overturned, cold coffee spilled on the carpet, broken glass near the TV, and way back there, in my grandson Isaiah's room, under the little child's bed, something was moving. I called the police, my hands trembling so violently I could barely hold my cell phone. And when those 2 officers lifted the mattress with the race car print, what we found underneath froze my blood. It was Isaiah, my only grandson, 8 years old, dehydrated, with cracked lips, starving, clutching an empty water bottle as if it were the last thing between him and death. His eyes, those big, frightened eyes, looked at me and whispered only 2 words, "Grandma, help." And what he told me later, when he finally managed to speak between sobs, about that stormy night 10 days ago, about the screams he heard, about the blood he saw, about what happened to my son Marcus, was going to destroy me in a way I never imagined I could survive. Hello, my name is Loretta Mae Jenkins. I am 62 years old. I live in a small town called Collierville, 2.5 hours from Memphis. I raised my son alone after my husband died when Marcus was only 3 years old. He is all I have in this world, my only son, my only family. And if you want to hear true stories of tragedy, mystery, and the hand of God working amidst chaos, subscribe now to the Grandma's Diaries channel, because what happened at my son's house will leave you speechless. Comment below where you're watching us from. But to understand how I got to that horrible moment, holding my skeletal and traumatized grandson in my arms on the dirty floor of that room, I need to go back 10 days, to the last phone call I had with Marcus, to the exact moment everything fell apart, and I didn't even know it. Have you ever felt deep down that someone you love was in danger, even when nothing obvious indicated it? It was Tuesday, October 8th, 7 o'clock sharp. I was sitting in my usual armchair, the one with the worn brown velvet arms that my late husband Robert had bought 40 years ago. The house smelled of roast chicken and potatoes that I had made for dinner. Outside, the October sun was beginning to set, painting the Collierville sky in shades of orange and purple. The phone rang, punctual as always. I answered on the first ring. "Hey, Mama!" Marcus's voice filled my ears like music. "How you doing today?" "Baby, I'm good. Just finished making dinner. That chicken you love with them roasted potatoes. Wish you was here to eat with me." He laughed, that deep laugh he'd inherited from his father. "Mama, you know I would if I could, but I got Isaiah here with me. Brianna's working the late shift at the hospital again." Brianna was his ex-wife, a nurse. They had divorced 2 years prior, but maintained a cordial relationship because of Isaiah. They shared custody, 1 week with each of them. "How's my baby boy doing? Is Isaiah behaving?" "When isn't he?" Marcus laughed again, but this time the sound was kind of forced. "He's in his room doing homework. 3rd grade is no joke, Mama. This kid has more homework than I had in high school." Something in his tone put me on alert. That motherly instinct. The one I developed raising a son alone after Robert died in a construction accident. That instinct that never lied. "Marcus, you all right? You sound tired." Huve uma pausa. Longa demais. "Yeah, Mama. Just, work been stressful. Got a new project, tight deadline, boss breathing down my neck." Marcus worked as a mechanical engineer in an auto parts factory. Good job, steady pay. He had worked so hard to get there, going to college at night while working during the day. "You taking care of yourself, baby? Eating right? Sleeping enough? Mama, he said in that affectionate but exasperated tone that sons use with worried mothers. I'm 35 years old. I can take care of myself. You're always going to be my baby no matter how old you are. And a mother worries. That's what we do. I know, Mama. I love you, por eso. We talked for another 20 minutes. He told me about Isaiah's soccer practice, about the new project at work, about how he was thinking of painting Isaiah's room blue, the boy's favorite color. Everything seemed normal. But that feeling, that tightness in my chest, wouldn't go away. Marcus, baby, one more thing before you hang up. Yeah, Mama? If anything is wrong, you call me. Understand? Day or night, it doesn't matter what. You are all I have in this world. My only son, my everything. There was another pause, and when he spoke, his voice was strange, wet, as if he were holding back tears. I know, Mama, and you are everything to me too. You always have been. Remember that, okay? No matter what happens, remember that I love you more than anything in this world. Marcus, you scaring me, Agora. What's going on? Nothing, Mama. I promise. Just feeling sentimental today. Thinking about Daddy, about how you raised me alone, about how much you sacrificed. Just wanted you to know that I appreciate everything. My heart ached. Baby, I know, and I'm proud of you. So proud. You turned out to be an amazing man, an amazing father. Thanks, Mama. That means everything. I hung up the phone with that feeling still in my chest. Something was wrong, very wrong, but Marcus had said everything was fine, and I wanted to believe him. That night, I dreamt of a storm. Thunder so loud it shook the house, lightning lighting up the sky, and Marcus shouting my name. I woke up at 3 a.m. with my heart racing and cold sweat on my forehead. I picked up my phone and texted, "Baby, are you okay?" The markings turned gray. Message sent, but not delivered. I found it strange, but I thought maybe his cell phone had died. On Thursday, it was the day he was supposed to call me again. 7 o'clock came and went. 7:15, 7:30. I called him. It went straight to voicemail. "Hey, it's Marcus. Can't get to the phone right now. Leave a message. Baby, it's Mama, just checking on you. You didn't call today. Call me back when you can." Friday passed. Saturday, Sunday. Every time I called, it went to voicemail. Every message I sent just showed a mark, not delivered. On Monday, I called his work. "Jenkins Manufacturing, how can I help you?" "Hi, my name is Loretta Jenkins. I'm Marcus Jenkins' mother. He works there as a mechanical engineer. May I speak with him?" "Oh, Mrs. Jenkins, let me transfer you to his department." I waited, my heart pounding. Finally, a man answered. "Engineering department, this is Craig." "Hi, Craig. I'm Loretta Jenkins, Marcus's mom. Is he here today?" "Marcus? No, ma'am. Marcus hasn't shown up for work since last Wednesday. He said he had a family emergency and needed a few days off. We thought maybe it was something to do with you or his son." The ground disappeared from beneath my feet. Family emergency? I didn't know about any emergency. Oh, well, that's strange. Boss is worried too because Marcus isn't answering calls. We thought and report as missing, but figured maybe he just needed time to deal with whatever was happening. When was the last time anyone there saw him? Last Tuesday afternoon, he left work at his normal time, around 5 p.m. Then, Wednesday morning, he sent an email saying he needed time off. Tuesday, the day we talked. A few hours before our 7 p.m. call. "Thank you," I managed to say, and hung up. With trembling hands, I called Brianna. "Hello?" She sounded distracted, with hospital noises in the background. "Brianna, it's Loretta. When was the last time you spoke to Marcus?" "Oh, hey, Miss Loretta. I think it was last Tuesday when I dropped Isaiah off at his house. Why? Is Isaiah with you now?" "Isaiah? No, he's with Marcus. It's Marcus's week with him. I'll pick him up back on Friday, remember?" My blood ran cold. "Brianna, when did you last speak to Isaiah?" I tried calling him a few days ago, but Marcus said he was sleeping, and yesterday when I called again, it went straight to voicemail. I figured Marcus maybe took Isaiah on some trip or something. Why? Is something wrong?" "Brianna, no one has seen or spoken to Marcus in a week. His work said he requested time off due to a family emergency, and Isaiah was supposed to get back to you last Friday, but you said it's still Marcus's week." Silencio. Então, Oh my God. Oh my God. Miss Loretta, where are they? Where's my baby? I don't know, as I'm going to Memphis Agora. Right now. I'm gonna find them. I hung up, grabbed my keys, and left. The drive from Collierville to Memphis normally took 2.5 hours. I did it in 1 hour and 50 minutes, driving like a maniac down I-40, praying the whole time. Lord, protect my son. Protect my grandson. Whatever happened, please let them be safe. Please. When I arrived at Marcus's building, it was already getting dark. The parking lot was quiet. Few lights were on in the apartments. Marcus's apartment, number 2B on the 2nd floor, was completely dark. I climbed the stairs, my legs trembling. I knocked on the door. Marcus, baby, it's Mama. Open up. Nothing. I knocked harder. Marcus, Isaiah, anybody home? Total silence. I tried the doorknob, and to my shock, the door opened. Unlocked. Ajar. A horrible smell hit my nostrils. Sour coffee, rotten food, and something else. Something metallic, like old blood. Marcus? My voice came out as a frightened whisper. I entered slowly. The room was in chaos. Coffee table overturned, broken glass on the floor, dark stains on the beige carpet. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus, no. I walked around the room with my heart pounding so hard I thought I was going to faint. The kitchen was even worse. Piles of dirty dishes, spoiled food in the sink, flies buzzing around. Marcus! I yelled, total panic taking over. Isaiah! I ran to the hallway. First, Marcus's room, bed unmade, clothes scattered, but empty. Then the bathroom, empty too. And then, Isaiah's room. The door was closed. I turned the doorknob with sweaty hands. The room was dark. Only a little light from the street came in through the window. Superhero posters on the walls, toys scattered on the floor. And then I heard it. A faint sound, like rapid, frightened breathing. It came from under the bed. Isaiah, I whispered, my heart nearly stopping. Baby, it's Grandma. Are you under there? The sound of breathing stopped. Then, a weak little voice. Grandma? I fell to my knees and looked under the bed, and there he was, my grandson, huddled in the farthest corner, too thin, his huge, frightened eyes gleaming in the dark. Oh my God, baby, come here, come to Grandma. But he didn't move. Is he gone? The bad man? Is he really gone? Bad man. Baby, what bad man? Where's your daddy? And then Isaiah began to cry, a desperate, broken cry, like a child who had seen something no child should ever see. Grandma, they took him. The bad men took Daddy. And there was so much blood. So much blood. My world has crumbled. Have you ever had that moment where everything you feared came true in the worst possible way? It was Tuesday, October 8th, 7 o'clock sharp. I was sitting in my usual armchair, the one with the worn brown velvet arms that my late husband Robert had bought 40 years ago. The house smelled of roast chicken and potatoes that I had made for dinner. Outside, the October sun was beginning to set, painting the Collierville sky in shades of orange and purple. The phone rang, punctual as always. I answered on the first ring. Hey, Mama? Marcus's voice filled my ears like music. How you doing today? Baby, I'm good. Just finished making dinner. That chicken you love with them roasted potatoes. Wish you was here to eat with me. He laughed, that deep laugh he'd inherited from his father. Mama, you know I would if I could. But I got Isaiah here with me. Brianna's working the late shift at the hospital again. Brianna was his ex-wife, a nurse. They had divorced 2 years prior, but maintained a cordial relationship because of Isaiah. They shared custody, 1 week with each of them. How's my baby boy doing? Is Isaiah behaving? When isn't he? Marcus laughed again, but this time the sound was kind of forced. He's in his room doing homework. 3rd grade is no joke, Mama. This kid has more homework than I had in high school. Something in his tone put me on alert. That motherly instinct, the one I developed raising a son alone after Robert died in a construction accident. That instinct that never lied. Marcus, you all right? You sound tired. Houve uma pausa. Longa demais. Yeah, Mama. Just, work been stressful. Got a new project, tight deadline, boss breathing down my neck. Marcus worked as a mechanical engineer in an auto parts factory. Good job. steady pay. He had worked so hard to get there, going to college at night while working during the day. You taking care of yourself, baby? Eating right? Sleeping enough? Mama, he said in that affectionate but exasperated tone that sons use with worried mothers. I'm 35 years old. I can take care of myself. You're always gonna be my baby no matter how old you are. And a mother worries. That's what we do. I know, Mama. I love you, poor Iso. We talked for another 20 minutes. He told me about Isaiah's soccer practice, about the new project at work, about how he was thinking of painting Isaiah's room blue, the boy's favorite color. Everything seemed normal, but that feeling, that tightness in my chest, wouldn't go away. Marcus, baby, one more thing before you hang up. Yeah, Mama? If anything is wrong, you call me. Understand? Day or night. It doesn't matter what. You are all I have in this world. My only son. My everything. There was another pause, and when he spoke, his voice was strange, wet, as if he were holding back tears. I know, Mama, and you are everything to me too. You always have been. Remember that, okay? No matter what happens, remember that I love you more than anything in this world. Marcus, you scaring me agora. What's going on? Nothing, Mama. I promise. Just feeling sentimental today, thinking about Daddy, about how you raised me alone, about how much you sacrificed. Just wanted you to know that I appreciate everything. My heart ached. Baby, I know, and I'm proud of you. So proud. You turned out to be an amazing man, an amazing father. Thanks, Mama. That means everything. I hung up the phone with that feeling still in my chest. Something was wrong, very wrong. But Marcus had said everything was fine, and I wanted to believe him. That night, I dreamt of a storm, thunder so loud it shook the house, lightning lighting up the sky, and Marcus shouting my name. I woke up at 3 a.m. with my heart racing and cold sweat on my forehead. I picked up my phone and texted, "Baby, are you okay?" The markings turned gray. Message sent, but not delivered. I found it strange, but I thought maybe his cell phone had died. On Thursday, it was the day he was supposed to call me again. 7 o'clock came and went. 7:15, 7:30. I called him. It went straight to voicemail. "Hey, it's Marcus. Can't get to the phone right now. Leave a message. Baby, it's Mama. Just checking on you. You didn't call today. Call me back when you can." Friday passed. Saturday. Sunday. Every time I called, it went to voicemail. Every message I sent just showed a mark, not delivered. On Monday, I called him at work. "Jenkins Manufacturing, how can I help you?" "Hi, my name is Loretta Jenkins. I'm Marcus Jenkins' mother. He works there as a mechanical engineer. May I speak with him?" "Oh, Mrs. Jenkins. Let me transfer you to his department." I waited, my heart pounding. Finally, a man answered. "Engineering department, this is Craig." "Hi, Craig. I'm Loretta Jenkins, Marcus's mom. Is he here today?" "Marcus? No, ma'am. Marcus hasn't shown up for work since last Wednesday. He said he had a family emergency and needed a few days off. We thought maybe it was something to do with you or his son." The ground disappeared from beneath my feet. "Family emergency? I didn't know about any emergency." "Oh, well, that's strange. Boss is worried too because Marcus isn't answering calls. We thought in report as missing, but figured maybe he just needed time to deal with whatever was happening." "When was the last time anyone there saw him?" "Last Tuesday afternoon. He left work at his normal time, around 5 p.m. Then, Wednesday morning, he sent an email saying he needed time off. Tuesday, the day we talked, a few hours before our 7 p.m. call." "Thank you," I managed to say, and hung up. With trembling hands, I called Brianna. "Hello?" She sounded distracted, with hospital noises in the background. "Brianna, it's Loretta. When was the last time you spoke to Marcus?" "Oh, hey, Miss Loretta. I think it was last Tuesday when I dropped Isaiah off at his house. Why? Is Isaiah with you now?" "Isaiah? No. He's with Marcus. It's Marcus's week with him. I'll pick him up back on Friday, remember?" My blood ran cold. "Brianna, when did you last speak to Isaiah?" I tried calling him a few days ago, but Marcus said he was sleeping. And yesterday when I called again, it went straight to voicemail. I figured Marcus maybe took Isaiah on some trip or something. Why? Is something wrong?" "Brianna, No one has seen or spoken to Marcus in a week. His work said he requested time off due to a family emergency. And Isaiah was supposed to get back to you last Friday, but you said it's still Marcus's week. Silencio. Então, oh my God, Miss Loretta. Where are they? Where's my baby? I don't know. Mas I'm going to Memphis agora, right now. I'm gonna find them. I hung up, grabbed my keys, and left. The drive from Collierville to Memphis normally took 2.5 hours. I did it in 1 hour and 50 minutes, driving like a maniac down I-40, praying the whole time. Lord, protect my son, protect my grandson. Whatever happened, please let them be safe. Please. When I arrived at Marcus's building, it was already getting dark. The parking lot was quiet. Few lights were on in the apartments. Marcus's apartment, number 2B on the 2nd floor, was completely dark. I climbed the stairs, my legs trembling. I knocked on the door. Marcus, baby, it's Mama. Open up. Nothing. I knocked harder. Marcus, Isaiah, anybody home? Total silence. I tried the doorknob, and to my shock, the door opened, unlocked, ajar. A horrible smell hit my nostrils. Sour coffee, rotten food, and something else, something metallic, like old blood. Marcus? My voice came out as a frightened whisper. I entered slowly. The room was in chaos. Coffee table overturned, broken glass on the floor, dark stains on the beige carpet. Oh Jesus, no. I walked around the room with my heart pounding so hard I thought I was going to faint. The kitchen was even worse. Piles of dirty dishes, spoiled food in the sink, flies buzzing around. Marcus! I yelled, total panic taking over. Isaiah! I ran to the hallway. First Marcus's room, bed unmade, clothes scattered, but empty. Then the bathroom, empty as well. And then Isaiah's room. The door was closed. I turned the doorknob with sweaty hands. The room was dark. Only a little light from the street came in through the window. Superhero posters on the walls, toys scattered on the floor. And then I heard it. A faint sound, like rapid, frightened breathing. It came from under the bed. Isaiah? I whispered, my heart nearly stopping. Baby, it's Grandma. Are you under there? The sound of breathing stopped. Then, a weak little voice. Grandma. I fell to my knees and looked under the bed. And there he was, my grandson, huddled in the farthest corner, too thin, his huge, frightened eyes gleaming in the dark. Oh my God, baby, come here. Come to Grandma. But he didn't move. Is he gone? The bad man? Is he really gone? Bad man? Baby, what bad man? Where's your daddy? And then Isaiah began to cry. A desperate, broken cry, like a child who had seen something no child should ever see. Grandma, they took him. The bad men took Daddy. And there was so much blood. So much blood. My world has crumbled. Have you ever had that moment where everything you feared came true in the worst possible way? I managed to pull Isaiah out from under the bed. He was too light. Skin and bones. His lips were cracked. His eyes were sunken in their sockets. He was clutching an empty water bottle tightly, as if it were the most precious thing in the world. Baby, I'm here now. Grandma's here, I murmured as I held him against my chest. He smelled of urine, of sweat, of fear. Grandma, I'm so thirsty. Ran out of water 3 days ago. Oh, Jesus, I cried, carrying him to the kitchen. I turned on the tap and filled a glass. Slow, baby. Slow sips. Not too fast. He drank desperately, water running down his chin. Then he vomited it all up. His stomach had shrunk too much to hold it all. We tried again. This time just small sips. It worked better. Isaiah, baby, we need to call an ambulance. You need a hospital and the police. We need to find your daddy. No! He shouted, grabbing my shirt with surprising force for someone so weak. No, police! The bad men said if I called the police, they would come back and kill me. They said they were watching, always watching. Baby, it's okay. Grandma's gonna protect you. Nobody's gonna hurt you, I promise. But he was panicking, hyperventilating. They have guns, Grandma. Big guns. And they took Daddy. I saw everything. I held him tight, rocking him like I did when he was a baby. Okay. No police yet. First, you tell Grandma exactly what happened. Can you do that? Can you tell Grandma? He nodded against my chest, wet with his tears and mine. We sat on the sofa. I cleaned an area where there was no broken glass. He curled up in my lap, too small for 8 years old, and began. It was Tuesday night, 10 days ago. Daddy had just tucked me in, said good night, sweet dreams, I love you like always, and I fell asleep. His voice was so low that I had to lean forward to hear it. But then I woke up, because I heard noise, loud voices, shouting, coming from the living room. Daddy's voice and other voices, angry voices. What time was eso, baby? I don't know. Tarde. Maybe midnight? A casa tava escura. He took a deep breath, trembling. I got scared, so I left my bed and went to the hallway. I peeked around the corner, and I saw 3 men in the room, big men. One of them had a snake tattoo on his arm. Another had a gold tooth that shone when he spoke. My heart was beating so hard it hurt. They were yelling at Daddy, saying he owed them money, a lot of money, and Daddy was saying he needed more time, that he was going to pay, that they should just give him another week. Money. Marcus owed someone money. Maz the man como gold tooth. Eli laughed. Not a nice laugh. Laugh scary. He said, time's up, Marcus. You had chances. Now you gonna pay differente way. Isaiah began to cry again. Then Eli pulled gun, a big black gun. Daddy tried to run. But outro man, the one come a cobra tattoo, he grabbed Daddy. They started hitting him, punching, kicking. Havia so much sang, Grandma, so much. I held him tighter, tears falling into his hair. I wanted to help, wanted to run and save Daddy, mas I was too scared, tão scared. So I just watched. He cried, quiet como I could. You were smart, baby. If you had run out, they would have hurt you too. Depois de muito tempo, ele stopped hitting Daddy. He wasn't moving no mais. Just lying no chão. Blood everywhere. On the carpet, on the couch, everywhere. Oh, Marcus, I whispered to the air. Oh, my baby boy. Then a third man, Eli said, grab him. Boss wants to talk to him pessoalmente. They picked up Daddy. He was still bleeding. They carried him out. Just like that. Took Mew Daddy away. Isaiah was now sobbing, his whole body shaking. Before they left, the gold-toothed man looked straight down the hallway, right where I was hiding. And he said loudly, if anyone's listening, especially a little boy, you better forget what you saw. You better not call anyone, because we're watching, and if you tell, we'll come back, and it won't be pretty. Then they left. I was sozinho. Calm all the blood. Daddy gone. He looked at me with those frightened eyes of a traumatized child. I didn't know o que fazer, Grandma. I was tão scared. So I went back to my room. I hid. Under my bed. Onde monstros can't reach. Daddy sempre said under the bed era safe de monsters. Baby, why didn't you call Mommy? Or me? Or 911? I wanted to. I really wanted to. Mas I was tão scared eles voltariam. They said they watching. My phone tava no living room. I teria que pass por all sangue per get it. I couldn't. I just couldn't. So you stayed hidden? Yeah. You thought Daddy would come back. Thought El just was gone per tempo. Thought maybe the next day I would hear a porta opening, a Daddy's voice dizendo, Isaiah, I'm home. But he didn't come back. No. Day 1, I waited. Waiting. Listening. At night, I snuck out to the kitchen, got water, got some crackers from the pantry, brought everything back to under my bed, made a little fort with blankets. Isaiah had survived 10 days under the bed, eating crackers and drinking tap water when he had the courage to come out. Every day I thought, today. Today Daddy comes home. Today someone finds me. But nobody came. The phone kept ringing. The doorbell sometimes rang. But I was so scared. What if the bad men were coming back? So you just stayed quiet? Yeah. On day 5, the water ran out. I tried to go out to get more, but I heard a noise, someone trying to open the door. So I ran back to the hideout. I didn't dare go out again. 5 days without water. This boy had survived 5 days without water in the sweltering heat of Memphis. How did you survive, baby? I prayed, Grandma, like you taught me. Every night I closed my eyes and prayed. Dear Jesus, please save Daddy. Please send someone to me. Please don't let me die here. And I prayed that until I fell asleep. Tears were falling non-stop now. And Jesus heard, baby. He sent Grandma. He made sure I found you. I knew you would come, he said with a confidence that broke my heart. Daddy always said, if anything ever happens to him, Grandma Loretta would move heaven and earth to protect me. He said you were the strongest woman he knew. I held him and cried. I cried for the traumatized child. I cried for the son who didn't know if he was alive or dead. I cried for everything. When I finally composed myself, I picked up my phone. Baby, I need to call an ambulance. You need medical help, and then we'll call the police. I know you're scared, but they're going to help us find Daddy. But what see us bad men find out? They won't, because Grandma's going to make sure the police protect you, and we're going to find out who they are, and we're going to make them pay for what they did. I dialed 911 with trembling hands. 911, what's your emergency? I need an ambulance and police. 2156 Riverside Apartments, Apartment 2B, Memphis. My grandson is 8 years old. He was left alone for 10 days. He's severely dehydrated. And my son was kidnapped. There's blood all over the apartment. Ma'am, ambulance and police units are on their way. Stay on the line with me. 15 minutes later, the apartment was full of first responders and police officers. Isaiah was placed on a stretcher with an IV already inserted. Paramedics were talking about hospitalizing him immediately. Detective James Morrison, a black man in his 50s, came to speak with me while they were preparing Isaiah for transport. Mrs. Jenkins, I need you to tell me everything you know, I told him, about Tuesday's phone call, about the 10 days of silence, about finding Isaiah, about what he had told me. Detective Morrison wrote furiously, and your son Marcus, did he have enemies? Anyone who might want to hurt him? Not that I know of. Marcus was a good man. He worked hard. He took care of his son. He didn't have problems with anyone. Isaiah mentioned a debt of money. Do you know anything about that? I shook my head. Marcus never mentioned anything. But then again, he wouldn't. He always tried to protect me from worries. Mrs. Jenkins, based on what Isaiah described, and the amount of blood in this apartment, I need to prepare you for the possibility that your son may not have survived. Don't! My voice came out harsher than I intended. Don't you dare give up on him. My son is a fighter. He survived losing his father at age 3. He survived being raised by a single mother in a tough neighborhood. He survived it all. He's going to survive this too. But deep down, terror gripped my heart because there was so much blood. So much blood. Have you ever had to choose between giving up hope or continuing to believe against all evidence? Isaiah was taken to St. Jude Children's Hospital. I went with him in the ambulance, holding his small, thin hand the whole way. He didn't let go of me for a second. At the hospital, doctors and nurses moved quickly. Severe dehydration, malnutrition, psychological trauma. It would take days, maybe weeks of treatment. Brianna arrived an hour later, hysterical. When she saw Isaiah in a hospital bed, hooked up to tubes and monitors, she broke down. My baby. Oh God, my baby, she cried, kissing his forehead repeatedly. Mommy, Isaiah whispered so weakly. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry? Baby, você não tem nothing to be sorry about. You so brave, so strong. I stood there while mother and son reunited, and my heart ached because all I wanted was my own son back. Alive. Safe. Detective Morrison showed up a few hours later with another detective, an Asian woman named Detective Lisa Chen. Mrs. Jenkins, Brianna, nós need to ask Isaiah algumas questions. See, he's up to it. He's so weak, Brianna protestou. I understand, but every minute counts when it comes to kidnapping. The faster we get information, the better chance we have of finding Marcus. Isaiah looked at me. I nodded encouragingly. It's okay, baby. Tell them what you told me. Help them find Daddy. He told the story again, this time in more detail. He described the men, their clothes, their voices. The snake tattoo also had words beneath it, but Isaiah couldn't read what they said. The gold-toothed man had an accent, perhaps from the deep south, Alabama or Mississippi. Eels mentioned gnome, Isaiah Limbro suddenly, when they were dragging Daddy out. One Deals said, boss gonna be real happy. Ray finally gonna get what's coming to him. They called Daddy Ray. Detective Morrison and Chen exchanged meaningful glances. Ray? Morrison repeated. Your father ever went by the name Ray? Marcus Raymond Jenkins, I said slowly. His middle name is Raymond. We sometimes called him Ray Ray when he was a little boy, but nobody has called him that in years. Then someone from his past, Chen said. Someone who knows him as Ray. This opened a new line of investigation. They started digging into Marcus's past, and 3 days later, Detective Morrison called me to the police station. Mrs. Jenkins, I need to discuss something sensitive with you. I sat in his office. The smell of stale coffee and papers hung in the air. We've discovered some things about your son that you may not know. My stomach clenched. What kind of things? Marcus, or Ray, as he was known about 15 years ago, had a history in gambling, underground poker games, high-stakes betting. The world spun. That's impossible. Marcus isn't a gambler. Not now, but at 20, 21 he was, and he was good, very good. He made a lot of money, but he also pissed off the wrong people. Morrison opened a file. Photos of a younger Marcus, hair in dreadlocks, baggy clothes, looking much tougher than the son I knew. This photo was taken in an underground poker den in South Memphis, March 2010. His son won $50,000 that night from a local loan shark named Vincent Viper DeLuca. Viper, Cobra, the tattoo that Isaiah had mentioned. Marcus never paid Viper back? My voice came out weak. Not exactly. The deal was that Marcus would work for Viper, run some errands, nothing violent supposedly, just collections. But his son got out, went to college, changed his life, and Viper apparently never forgot. But that was 15 years ago. Why wait so long? Because Viper went to prison. 10 years. He just got out 6 months ago. And apparently the first thing he did was track down everyone who owed him, including Marcus. Detective Chen entered the room. We've got a lead. Warehouse in South Memphis. The informant said Viper uses it for his operations. We're organizing the raid now. My heart skipped a beat. Could Marcus be there? Don't know. Mesif Ila Ista will find him. I'm going with you. Mrs. Jenkins, this is not a good idea. It could be dangerous. I don't care. That's my filho. Meu único filho. See, he's lá. I need to be there. Morrison looked at Chen. She sighed. Fine, but you stay in the car, with the officer, away from the action. 2 hours later, I was sitting in the back of an unmarked police car, watching the SWAT team gear up for an assault on a warehouse. The building was old, faded red brick, broken windows, the kind of place people avoid after dark. My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. Lord, please, please let my baby live. Please. SWAT moved in. I heard screams. Police, hands up. Bang of flash grenades. More screams. 10 minutes that felt like 10 hours. Then Morrison's voice came through the officer's radio with me. We have 5 suspects in custody, including Viper. But there's more. A medical team is needed. Now. Is it Marcus? I yelled into the radio as if it could hear me. The officer spoke on the radio. Detective, Mrs. Jenkins wants to know if you found her son. Pausa longa. Então. Yeah, we found him, but Miss, she needs to prepare herself. The world turned. What do you mean prepare myself? Ambulance chegando. Mrs. Jenkins should meet no hospital. No, I'm going inside now. I got out of the car before the officer could stop me. I ran towards the warehouse. The officer yelled, but I didn't care. I entered through the hole that SWAT had made. Inside, it smelled of mold, blood, and urine. Police everywhere. And there, in the corner, paramedics were working on someone on the ground. Marcus! Grité, pushing through officers. And then I saw my son, barely recognizable, swollen and purple face, left eye closed, cracked lip, shirt covered in dried blood, hands tied behind his back with zip ties, lying on dirty concrete. But her eyes were open, and when she saw me, they filled with tears. Mama, the voice barely whispered. I fell to my knees beside him while paramedics worked. Baby, oh baby, you're alive. Thank God you're alive. Isaiah, he managed to say through broken lips. Where's my son? Safe. He's safe. No hospital mas safe. He hid, baby. For 10 days he hid, he waited for help. He's so brave, just like his daddy. Lágrimas caíram dos olhos de Marcus. I'm sorry, Mama. So sorry. I I thought I left that Vita behind, thought Ningame would find out. But Viper, he tracked me down. Said I owed him, not money, loyalty. Wanted me back working for him. I refused. So he decided make example de mim. Shh, baby. Don't falar now. Save your strength. No, mama. Need to tell. Need você to know. I'm not o mesmo kid who gambled. I changed. Went to igreja. Found God. Became better person. Better pie. But my past, it came back. He almost cost me tudo. Paramedicos lifted him onto stretcher. We need to transport. Now. He's lost muito blood. Internal injuries. Segure hand daily in quanto they moved. You gonna be okay, baby? God didn't bring you through isso just to let you die now. He has plans for você ainda. No hospital. Marcus went straight to emergency surgery. Ruptured spleen. Broken ribs. Internal bleeding. Doctors weren't sure if he'd make it. Brianna brought Isaiah. He was doing better. A few days of hydration and nutrition were working wonders. When we told him they'd found Daddy, his eyes lit up. Daddy's alive? Really? Yes, baby. Barely. Mas alive. Can I see him? Not yet. Eli's in surgery. Mas when he wakes, você gonna be first person he sees. Hours passed. 6 hours of surgery. Me, Brianna, Isaiah, all sitting in the waiting room, praying, hoping. Finalmente, surgeon came out. Dr. Okafor, Nigerian man, calm, kind eyes. Family of Marcus Jenkins? We all got up. Surgery foi successful. Removed spleen. Repaired internal bleeding. He's stable. Critical mass stable. Vai be long recovery. Mas he should survive. Collapse na cadeira. Toda's strings que had been mantendo me up suddenly cut. Oh, thank God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. When we finally let us see him, Marcus was in the ICU. Tubes everywhere. Machines beeping. But his eyes opened when we went in. Isaiah? He whispered when he saw his son. Isaiah ran to bedside. Daddy, you okay? You okay? Yeah, buddy. Gonna be okay. Daddy's tough, remember? I know. I waited for you. Just like you taught. When scary things happen, Heidi wait for help. You did good, son. So good. I'm so proud. Marcus looked at Mim. Mama, I'm sorry. For everything. For keeping secrets. For letting past catch up. For putting Isaiah in danger. Marcus Raymond Jenkins. You say full name, Dale. You made mistakes. We all do. Mas you also fought. You survived. That's what matters. Now você gotta keep fighting. Porque sua family needs você. I need you. You my only filho. My everything. I'm not ready to let you go. I love you, Mama. I love you too, baby. Forever e sempre. Have you ever forgiven someone for a past that almost destroyed their present? 3 months had passed. Marcus was home now, slowly recovering. He had scars, physical and emotional. Nightmares every night. Isaiah also had nightmares. The trauma of 10 days alone didn't go away quickly. But they were together, alive, and that was what mattered. Vincent Viper DeLuca and his associates were charged with kidnapping, assault, and extortion. Trial was scheduled for December. The prosecutor, a black woman named Angela Washington, came to the house to prepare Marcus to testify. Mr. Jenkins, need you to walk through tudo que happened that night. Every detail. Marcus trembled but nodded. Viper showed up at 11 p.m. I had just put Isaiah to bed, knocked on the door. When I opened it, he pushed in with 2 other guys. Did you recognize him? Yeah, even after 15 years, I still had that cobra tattoo. Those dead eyes. What did he say? Said I owed him. Not dinero. DC when I won those 50,000 back in 2010, deal was I'd work for him. Mas I left, went straight. He went to prison feeling como I betrayed him. What did he want now? Carrying me back. Working for his operation. Delivering drugs. Collecting debts. Said my engineering job dava perfect cover. Nobody suspects clean-cut black man, come good job. And you refused? Hell yeah, I refused. I got son. Got life I built. Told him wasn't that person anymore. Found God. Changed. How did he react? Laughed. Said God can't save me from debts. Then his guys started hitting. Kicking. I fought back mas trays against I didn't stand chance. Marcus's voice broke. Worst part wasn't beating. For Saber Isaiah was in house, hoping he stayed asleep, hoping he didn't see. Mas Eli did see. Yeah, That kills me. My son saw tudo. He then spent 10 days traumatized sozinho because of choices I made 15 years ago. Angela Washington put hand no shoulder dealy. Mr. Jenkins, you were kid who made mistake, but you turned life around. That takes strength. Your testimony I put Viper away for long time. December chigo cold y gray. Trial day. Courthouse in downtown Memphis lotado. Press everywhere. High-profile case. I sat in the gallery with Brianna and Isaiah. Marcus was nervous, his suit making him look older than 35. When called to stand, Ele walked calm, slight limp, reminder de injuries. Mr. Jenkins, tell jury what happened October 8th. Marcus conto everything, every detail. When he described beating, Isaiah buried face in Brianna's shoulder. Defense attorney, slick white man, expensive suit, tried to dismantle testimony. Mr. Jenkins, isn't it true que você own Vincent DeLuca money? I won money from him. Fair and square in poker game. Gambling money. Illegal gambling. I was 20 anos old, stupid, mas I won fairly. Then you disappeared. Didn't você effectively steal from Mr. DeLuca? Objection. Angela stood. Defense is to twisting facts. Sustained, but damage was done. Jury saw Marcus's past, saw he wasn't innocent. Then Brianna testified. About 10 days do not knowing where Isaiah was, about panic, about fear. And then, Isaiah. Small boy in button-up shirty tie, looking terrified but determined. Isaiah, can you tell jury what you saw that night? Small voice, trembling but clear, Isaiah described everything. 3 men, beating, blood, daddy being dragged away. What you did for next 10 days? I hid, under my bed, waited for daddy to come back. Hoped someone would find me. Were you scared? Yeah, so scared. Thought I was gonna die, as I prayed. A grandma found me. Defense attorney didn't even cross-examine. Como você attacked traumatized 8-year-old? After 3 days, jury deliberated. 2 hours later, they returned. We the jury find defendant Vincent DeLuca guilty on all counts. Relief washed over. Marcus closed eyes, tears falling. Sentencing came week later. Viper got 25 years, no parole. As they led him away handcuffs, he looked direto at Marcus. This ain't over, Ray. I got friends. Long memories. But guard pulled him away before Ele could say more. Outside courthouse, Marcus held Isaiah tight. It's over, buddy. Really over. Bad man going away forever. Promise, Daddy? I promise. Mazu saw worry in Marcus's eyes. Viper's words had shaken him. That night, the whole family gathered at my house. Marcus, Brianna, Isaiah, even some church members. A celebration that Marcus was alive and Viper was gone. Pastor Williams from Nasa Church came. Brother Marcus, God gave you second chance. Don't waste it. I won't, Pastor, I swear. Gonna live every dia grateful. Gonna be best pay I can be. Gonna make sure my past never endangers my family again. What about your faith? You mentioned finding God durante dark times. Marcus looked at Isaiah. My son prayed for 10 days straight, prayed for me, for someone to find him. God answered, if that ain't proof God is real, I don't know what Amen, everyone responded. As months passed, healing began. Slow mass, steady. Marcus went to therapy. Isaiah too, learning to process trauma, learning to live without fear. Marcus also so speaking, at churches, at youth centers, about how one mistake when young can haunt you for decades, about importance to choosing right path early. I thought I could leave past behind, LA told group de teenagers, community center. Thought if I just moved on, it would disappear. Mas past doesn't desaparecer. It waits. When you least expect, it comes back. So, what we supposed to do? One kid asked. Face it. Own your mistakes. Make amends on the can. Mais important, don't make mistakes in first place que you'll regret for rest of life. Because escolas you make at 15, 20, they follow you. Make sure they're choices you can live with. Kids listened. Really listened. Porque Marcus wasn't preaching. He was living proof. 1 year after rescue, Isaiah estava doing much melhor. Still occasional nightmare mas mostly okay. Back to being happy kid. Playing soccer. Getting good grades. Marcus? He proposed to Brianna novamente. I know we divorced. I know I hurt you. Mas almost dying made me realize que você e Isaiah são everything. Will you give me another chance? She said yes. They remarried him small ceremony. Isaiah was ring bearer, proudest kid alive. EU, sitting in front row, watching meu only filho get second chance in love, life, everything. I thanked God, thanked him for hearing prayers, for protecting Isaiah, for bringing Marcus home alive, because for 10 days, I thought I lost Tudu, thought my only child was gone, thought my grandson would be orphaned. Mas God tinha other plans for hope, for healing, for redemption. Marcus wasn't perfect, made terrible choices when young, but he changed, grew, became better man. That night when Viper came, when Marcus refused to go back to old life, that was moment he truly became man I raised him to be. Man who chose family over everything, even at cost of his own life. Have you ever had to choose between returning to an easy past or fighting for a better future? Today, Marcus is 40 years old. Isaiah is 13. Brianna and Marcus celebrated 3 years of their second marriage. And me? I'm 67, gray hair and all, but heart full. Isaiah came to visit me today, growing into a fine young man, tall, smart, kind. Grandma, I'm doing projeto for school, about overcoming adversity. Can I interview you? Of course, baby. What you want know? When you found me under that bed, what você pensou? Pare. Memory still fresh, mesmo, after 5 years. I thought God answered prayers, thought he kept you alive until I could find you. I thanked him. Over. Do you think Daddy's past defines him? No. Past informs us, teaches us. Mas doesn't define. Your daddy made mistakes, big ones. Mas he also made choice to change, to be better. That takes mace courage than never making mistakes at all. I love him, Grandma. Even though what happened scared me, even though I still sometimes have nightmares, I love Daddy. He loves you, Isaiah, mais than anything in this world. He'd die for you, almost did. Isaiah wrote him notebook, then looked up with those wise eyes too old for 13. Grandma, you always say God has plan. What you think God's plan foi como isso? I think God used terrible situation to bring healing, to bring change. Your daddy agora helps others, saves kids from making same mistakes he did. You learned key even in darkest times, hope exists. Ajuda comes. You just gotta hold on. Like under bed. Exactly like under bed. Sometimes life puts us in dark places, scary places. All we can do hide, pray, wait. Mas help always comes. Maybe not when we want, mas when we need God send someone. Isaiah smiled. He sent you. I'd do it 1,000 times over. That evening, Marcus stopped by. We sat on porch, drinking sweet tea, watching Tennessee sunset. Mama, I never properly thanked you. For not giving up. For finding Isaiah. For saving both of us. Baby, I'm your mother. Gave up isn't in my vocabulary when it comes to você. Still, you drove 2.5 hours because something felt wrong. You trusted instinct. Porque você did. Isaiah's alive. I'm alive. God told me go. That feeling wasn't just instinto maternal. Foi Holy Spirit saying your filho needs you. Go now. You sempre listen to God. Look onde it led. 2 generations saved. Family restored. That's God's trabalho, not mine. Marcus looked out sunset, orange pink painting sky. Viper died in prison last month. Cancer. Heard it for painful. How you feel about that? Conflicted. Part of me feels he got what deserved. Outra part feels sad. Porque Viper was someone's filho too. Someone's brother, maybe. He chose path que led to nothing mess pain. For himself, others. That's growth, baby. Seeing humanity even in enemies. Pastor Williams says forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting, means releasing. Should I forgive Viper, even after Tudu? Pensed carefully. Forgiveness for you, not him. Holding on to hate, a penis poisons your soul. So yes, forgive. Not because Ayla deserves, mas because você deserves peace. Marcus nodded. Working on it. Every dia. We sat in comfortable silence. Cicadas singing. Fireflies starting to appear. Smell of magnolias and warm night air. Mama? Yeah, baby? Thank you. For Tudu. For raising me when Daddy died. for nunca giving up on me, for being strongest woman I know. I reached over and squeezed his hand. Hand qui still had scars from zip ties. Hand qui had held on to life when would have been easier to give up. Thank you, Marcus Raymond Jenkins, for being meu filho, for fighting, for surviving, for being man your father would be proud of. You think daddy watching? De heaven? I know he's smiling, because his son Cabru cycles, changed destiny. That's everything. 5 years ago, I found meu grandson under bed, barely alive. Meu filho em warehouse, beaten nearly to death. I thought world was ending. Mas world didn't end. It transformed, broke apart and rebuilt stronger. Marcus agora runs youth mentoring program, keeps dozens of kids off streets, shows them better way. Isaiah volunteers at Children's Hospital, sits calm scared kids, tells them stories about being brave when afraid. Brianna, she started Foundation for Families Affected per Violence, provides therapy, resources, hope. They took their trauma, turned them purpose, their pain and healing for others. Me, I thank God every single dia, for instincts que told me drive to Memphis, for courage to no give up, for strength to find my boys. Because sometimes darkest moments precede greatest miracles. Sometimes being under bed hiding exactly where you need to be to help arrives. And sometimes God uses ordinary people, ordinary mothers like me, to do extraordinary things. Save generations, restore families, prove que love, faith, a determination can overcome anything, even 10 days to darkness, even kidnappers come guns, even past que refuses to stay buried. Because end, love wins, family wins, God wins, always. Have you ever had a dark moment that preceded your greatest miracle? There are moments in life that test every fiber of our being, moments that make us question whether we will survive, whether our family will survive. For Loretta Mae Jenkins, that moment was 10 days of silence, 10 days without hearing the voice of her only son, 10 days of growing dread. For Isaiah, it was 10 days under bed, 10 days of hunger, thirst, and terror, but also 10 days of prayer, of faith, of holding on. Para Marcus, foi facing demons de past, paying for mistakes made when barely more than kid, almost losing everything porque escolhas têm consequences that echo through decades. Mas em middle dessa darkness, light broke through, a maternal instinct that could not be ignored, a child's prayer that reached heaven, determination of family to not give up. And the result? Not just survival, but transformation. Marcus didn't just survive, he thrived. He transformed trauma into testimony, pain into purpose. Isaiah não just recovered, he grew into young man. He uses experience to help others, shows scared kids que they can survive too. E Loretta? She proved que mother's love truly can move mountains, can drive hours porque something feels wrong, can refuse to accept excuses quando filho doesn't call, can find needle in haystack quando everyone else ready to give up. This story know about perfect people. Marcus made terrible choices when young, choices que nearly cost him and son their lives. But it's também about redemption, about second chances, about how God can take our biggest mess and turn a powerful message. Se você reading this and you're living come regret from past choices, saiba, past doesn't have to define you. Marcus transformed. You can too. So you're in dark place right now, hiding under metaphorical bed, waiting for help. Saiba, help is coming. Hold on, keep praying, keep hoping. You see your mãe, pai, avó, whoever, come that nagging feeling que something wrong come someone you love. Saiba, trust that instinct, act on it. Porque sometimes, we're only thing standing between our loved ones a tragedy. Loretta could have dismissed feelings, could have wait May's few days, could have assumed Marcus just busy. Mas she didn't. She acted. Because she did, 2 lives were saved. That's power of love, power of faith, power of refusing to give up. 10 days spent in bed taught Isaiah that even in the darkest places, hope exists. 3 months in warehouse taught Marcus que past may catch up, mas doesn't have to destroy. A frantic drive to Memphis taught Loretta que mother never truly stops being mother, never stops fighting, never stops believing. God was all of it. Isaiah's survival against impossible odds. Marcus's refusal to return to old life, even at cost of his own. Loretta's unshakable determination. He's your story too. Whatever darkness you face in, whatever impossible odds you against, whatever past haunting you, God sees, God cares. God provides way through. Not always way we expect, not always quando we want, but always time we need most. If this story touched your heart, if you need a reminder that dark nights don't last forever, like and share. Subscribe to the Grandma's Diaries channel and turn on notifications, because every week we bring you real stories of faith, family, and miracles that prove God never abandons his children. In the comments, tell us, have you ever had a moment when you thought all was lost, but God provided a way? Share your story. Your testimony might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today.